The secret sauce is be yourself and don't be a dick.
There we go. That's it. That's branding 101, everyone.
Well, sometimes people build their whole brands on being a dick, and that works for some people.
So, I agree. You get a lot of followers, but I'm not sure if you build a long-lasting brand off negativity. But
I can tell you're getting excited. You're like, okay, guys.
We're going to get into this. We're going to get into this, folks. The lines are starting to get blurred between authenticity and being a fucking dick. Because those aren't the same thing. I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. Like, that. Don't go into it like that. I'm not a believer in all publicity is good publicity. I think if you build something off negativity, that'll catch up to you. It's hard. I know, like, online, sometimes it seems like I'm like, you know, I don't care about anything and stuff like that. But, like, obviously I want people to like me. I think everyone wants to be the main character, and we are all the main character.
But owning the fact that you are changes everything.
It changes everything. You want to paint a picture. You want to create a world for people to step into. I think that is a big part of just branding in general. Creating a world for someone to step into.
So Matt, we have a Clever Crew member who wrote in. They said, how can I stand out authentically without boring people to tears?
What do you mean you're boring? Do you knit? Is that boring? Because knitting's fucking sick.
Stop making excuses. But let me help you also.
Oh yeah, also let me help you. I'm Canadian, I'm nice.
Before we jump into today's episode, our producer pulled some stats for us, and more of you are finding the show. Our Clever Crew is growing, which is amazing. We see you, we love you, we wouldn't be here without you. But let's make sure we're official. So whatever you're listening to on right now, double check to make sure you're subscribed. And if not, tap that little button. Let's go steady. We ask because when you subscribe and leave a review, it helps us bring on incredible guests and keeps the conversations in your feed. So if you've gotten any value, an aha moment, a mindset shift, or just that comfort of knowing you're not the only introvert out here building an empire, please hit that little button and leave a short review. It will only take a few moments and it would mean the world to us.
Today, we're sitting down with Matt Lionetti, content creator and influential voice in the real estate space, who invites you to bring your main character energy.
Let's hear it for Matt Lionetti.
Matt has built his career on leaning into funny, creating clever content, and rocking the occasional Canadian tuxedo. In this episode, we explore the cost of attention, the courage it takes to put yourself out there, and what it really takes to create engaging content that continues to connect in a noisy world.
So, Matt, one of our personal goals, Candice and I, when we have guests on this podcast and share this space, is to get them to share things that they don't normally share other places. So, in service of that, what is one un-Googleable fact about yourself that somebody wouldn't be able to find online, because you have a very impressive online presence? But what's something that's not online that you want the Clever Crew to know about you?
Well, I was a thick kid in high school, real thick, over,
I would have not
short
imagined.
and thick. Yeah, real chubby Italian kid. I ate beef patties and Kraft dinner every morning at 3 a.m. for about a year and a half straight. So that'll do it to you, folks. If you want some not nice advice, put down the beef patties. Okay, you'll. That's that. If you haven't seen my keynote, I got kicked out of high school one morning. The principal called me down to the office and told me that high school is not meant for people like me, and for that reason, I no longer go to this high school. So,
Wow.
and for 3, to just round it all out, I was a soccer star. Again, Italian, didn't really have a choice, had to play soccer, and was an absolute just star. My grandparents used to give me, all the grandkids, $2 for every goal they scored, and they had to stop giving me money because I scored too many goals.
You got cut off.
Yeah, I got cut off. Yeah. Bought my current house. Bought my current house with the amount of goals I scored. So there's 3 facts that not many people know about me.
Wow, thanks for sharing. I feel like I learned so much. And I also have so many questions. Kat and I love to talk about building brands on Not Nice Clever. Specifically, our audience is filled with people who are entrepreneurs, who the Clever Crew, a lot of them are in real estate, but other people are in other spaces as well. And one of the things that I really admire about your brand, Matt, is that you've been able to create content that kind of maybe goes against the grain, maybe ruffles some feathers at times. And at the same time, you've built a brand that's approachable, relatable, like people want to have a brand that has your type of brand's energy, right? So when you were starting out, how did you even have the courage to do things that were different than other people in your industry?
Yeah, so thank you for all that. I was weeks away from getting out of the business entirely. So I feel like someone with not a lot to lose is, you could do some pretty incredible things when you feel like there's nothing left to lose. So literally weeks, maybe a month, and I was out of the business. So um, I just thought, let's just throw everything to the wall. Everything I ever wanted to do in this business, let's just do it. I always said for the first 3.5 years of my real estate business, I would always tell people that, my last year of real estate, I'm just gonna say all the things I want to say, and then I'm just gonna, and then I'm just gonna be out. And then I was like, well, what if I just said all the things I wanted to say now? I wonder how, So I started doing that. I started sharing fun stories about the business. And I would just kind of like put my own spin on them. And I would share my wins and I would share my losses. And I feel like that you need a healthy mix of both in any industry, because I think your wins give you credibility, your losses make you human. And having that, both of those things, is kind of your superpower. There's the only thing that people can't replicate is us. Everything else can be replicated to a T. Even if it's in our industry, in real estate, everyone's a top producer. So your numbers don't matter anymore. It just, it doesn't matter. So what else are you going to be? And that goes for any industry. How are you going to separate yourself from the pack? A lot of that is personal brand. So because when I first started doing this, I knew nothing. I didn't know I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just like, oh, this is fun content that I'm making. I didn't know I was building a brand. I had no idea. And I think that's where some of the magic was. And then when I started like honing in on things like, oh, people like this, people like me, for just who I am. Because the first couple of years in real estate, I would like I remember my first year in real estate, I'd go to Facebook and I would delete all the photos of me. I used to play in bands too. Didn't say that in the first question. I would delete every picture of me. Yeah,
Multifaceted.
yeah. I was, jack of all trades. I'm mad of all trades. And I would delete all the photos of me playing guitar. I would delete everything that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't business or professional in my eyes. So what I really
Mhm.
did was I deleted all the personality. And it was just like this
Yep.
shell of a person. And then I was wondering
What a real estate agent is supposed to be,
what a real estate agent
whatever
is
that
supposed
is.
to
There's
be.
heavy air quotes, folks, for those of
Exactly.
you not
Yes.
watching on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. So that's what I did. And it was horrible. Not only did I get no business, but I was miserable. I was like, this is not fulfilling and this sucks. So then when I started doing what I do now, it was like, well, this is honestly, I don't even feel like I'm working anymore. People are like, you work so hard. I'm like, I guess.
Do I though?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you just get to hang out with your friends and really cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
I feel
fun.
the same way.
Love it.
I'm thinking about the person who's listening right now who, well, much like you, I think I started building a brand before I knew what a brand was, before I knew what personal branding is. Our audience we talk to about personal branding all the time. And I'm wondering if maybe we're doing them a disservice because maybe they think there's like this formula that has to be followed to build your brand. When in fact, sometimes we just took the natural next step, said yes to things even when we were uncomfortable, did the thing we were passionate about, and realized we were building a brand. If you have too much information, is that a bad thing?
No. Yeah, there's no secret sauce. There could be a bit of a formula, but all the steps are going to be different for different people. So
Yeah.
Based
someone's
on your skill set, your
exactly.
background, your natural talent. Somebody might be more connected than you. It's the order of operations is different,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
but the being human.
yeah, the secret sauce is be yourself and don't be a dick. And then if you are a dick,
Well, sometimes people build their whole brands on being a dick, and that works for some people.
and
Yeah.
that works for some
That's
people.
fair.
It is okay. So I agree, but I couldn't. This is good. I was talking about this the other day. I'm not as
I
strong.
can tell you're getting excited.
Yeah,
You
I'm
just stood
getting.
up. You're like, okay, guys.
I'm getting. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this, folks. I'm not a believer in all publicity is good publicity, and I believe in I think if you build something off negativity, that'll catch up to you down the road. I think you can get a lot of followers from being negative, but I'm not sure if you get a lot of followers, but I'm not sure if you build a long-lasting brand off negativity. I think at some point you have to, but I guess, negative people attract negative people, so maybe you'll build a brand on negative people, and if you want to live in that world, fine. But that's not the world I want to live in. I want to live in a world where um it's positivity and optimism and stuff like that. But to each their own. But Candice, you're right. You can totally build a whole brand off being negative and being a dick.
As I do, I was stalking your Instagram before we got on. My clever crew knows I do this often. And one of the videos I was watching, and I don't remember her name, but there was a woman who was talking about the fact that she wants to be the main character in her world.
Yeah.
And that's it, right? We all have our own world or realities that we've created. I think you wrote the script for this one, Matt. And
that's Margot Fletcher.
Okay, speak more to that. What did you mean when you wrote that?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the write that one specifically was just how I was feeling in that moment. It was a sale that we were doing that was going to be a younger person who was going to buy it. So I wanted to really hit on nostalgia and stuff like that. So I was really like tapping into that for myself, and I was writing it that way. I think everyone wants to be the main character, and we are all the main character, whether we really like it or not.
And that's the thing that's different about the script, right? Is because I think we often think we're not the main character, but owning the fact that you are changes everything.
Changes everything, and we just are. We're we're player one in our, it's just we are.
Did you also play video games growing up, Matt?
I played Mario. I didn't play like
Yeah, I was all nostalgia. I was like,
yeah. But that's what I really wanted to tap into, and I wanted people to, because I believe in real estate and in anything. You want to paint a picture. You want to create a world for people to step into for a minute, 90 seconds, whatever it is, and forget everything else and feel like they can live in that world with you. So that's what I want to do. I think that is a big part of just branding in general, is creating a world for someone to step into, paint a picture for someone to step into. And that's what I always strive to do. So for Margot Fletcher, that was a video that we did based for a condo. It was the highest price sale ever in the building now that it's sold. And we just really hit on nostalgia. There's all these little Easter eggs of like, I think we had like a My Pony in there, and we were playing Parent Trap, which was one of my favorite movies growing up. And she had a BlackBerry and just stuff like that, like that we were playing on. But I think if you can create a world, and my favorite designer, Kat knows this, Ralph Lauren, does this so perfectly, and he's like a craftsman at it. He creates a world for his clothing that, like, when you see it, you're like, I want to be a part of that. And you can be. And, because the best brands don't sell you anything, they make you want to feel like, they make people want to join the
Right.
club.
Yep.
It's an invitation.
So,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. I don't know what the initial question was,
I
but
don't know either, but I'm sure the Clever Crew got something out of that.
that was fun.
No,
That was
it's
clever. Yeah.
it's such
Just chop it
yeah,
up.
we'll chop
Just
it up.
chop it up.
It's such an important distinction because I feel that a lot of agents fall into the trap of marketing themselves or building their reputation and confusing that with brand building. And brand building at the end of the day is creating those worlds, right? You, Matt, saying, imagine a world in which with each of your videos, and it just opens up a doorway. It leads with love and optimism and positivity, often not negativity, because that kind of is fatiguing and people want to tune out of that after a time. But it's so cool to see you do it and then to see the results. You break records, right? You set records. You show that brand transcends price point. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about that because I think one of the things Candice and I have heard, a fear that some of our Clever Crew have are that if they are too personal and they lead too much with themselves and their story online, they're not going to be able to break into luxury, or they're not going to be taken seriously by luxury level clients or high net worth clients. So, as somebody who's kind of straddled both sides and all different price points, I'd love your take on that and just your own experience with like those conversations.
Yeah, it's got to be comfort level. People will see when you're uncomfortable. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, how vulnerable you want to get, again, is up to you. You're in control. You're in the driver's seat. You can do whatever you want. Everyone's like, oh, when I started doing the videos, it was that's not going to work. And then it started working. Oh, that's not going to work in the higher price point. And then higher price point that's not going to work in the, for
in this other
$20
market
million.
or this other
Like,
zip code.
yeah, it's like there's always a reason why it's not going to work. And you can't, because the thing is what luxury is whatever you want it to be. And there's no, everyone's luxury is an experience. Yeah, but what is the experience? No one ever goes into the experience. They say luxury is an experience because that's what you're trained to say. All these bullshit real estate companies now too. These boutique brands, luxury is an experience. Well, fucking spell out the experience for me. What is it? Because I'm seeing this guy go, show up to a 20-acre farm, beautiful farm in a Ferrari. You missed it. You missed the point, okay? Because the Ferrari is only luxurious to the person who values a Ferrari. So like understand the assignment and understand your audience for each thing that you're doing, whether that's real estate, whether that's clothing, whether it's whatever it is. Understand what your audience is because luxury is different. So, Kat, we were talking about this. Like a lot of the times I look like I could find all my clothes on the side of the road. That's the style that I like.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
they're very expensive clothes, but no one would ever know unless I really tell them. There's no branding on any of them. Well, this is actually like I got this at this was like $10, but it's a David Bowie shirt, and my dog's name is Bowie. Yeah,
Vintage.
So
your dog's name is Bowie.
His full name is David Bowie, but Bowie for short. Yeah,
fantastic. Yeah. Yes,
but luxury is whatever you want it to be. So if you get too personal, there's going to be people who like that. There's going to be people just like you. Every time I create something, the only thing I know, because I'm, again, back to this main character driver seat, I only know what I'm thinking. I don't know what anyone else is thinking. So how I create is like, what do I want to see? And hopefully there's a lot of other people like me. And I found out that there is a lot of other people like me who want to see the same things. So I create for me. And I think it works and I think it resonates. And I think everyone can start by creating the things that they want to see.
Oof, that is a question we ask clients. This has come up in recent sessions, even where clients are asking, how do I get more views? How do I get more followers? And I'm like, well, are you follower worthy? I know, Candice, that's like a question that you've shared and asked, and it's like,
Are you follow worthy?
yeah.
Like, is there a reason that someone would want to follow you? Are they, I know this is overused, are they getting value?
Mhm.
Are they feeling something when they follow
Is there a
you?
connection?
Is really it. Is there a connection? Because so many of our clients are putting things out there, but they're not being a good follower. They're not actually building relationships. They're not spending time commenting on other people's things, sharing other people's things, doing anything that would make someone want to feel like it's a reciprocal relationship, because it is. You have to answer your comments. You have to, cheer on other people. And so much of brand building is collaboration. Like, you have so many great collaborations that you've done and you continue to do, Matt, that really allow you to continue to grow your brand and help other people, get seen as well. And I think people undervalue how important those things are.
I agree. When people are at that level, they're not going to grow because they're at a level of like they want sympathy. Woe is me. It's not working. And when you're in that space,
Mhm.
because a lot of it is mindset, you have to find a way to trick your mind into, okay, so I have 1,000 followers. Is it where I want to be? No, but this is an exclusive following. This is a limited edition following. This is a following
One of 1,000,
one of
right, Matt?
1,000. This is a
Yeah.
boutique following. And people just don't
Mhm.
they're not getting it yet.
The reframe
The
is so
reframe is
helpful.
always,
Yeah.
and then you start thinking, okay, well, for my boutique audience, for my limited edition audience, because focus on the people you got, because the people you got are going to share the word to the people you don't got. You don't have to do that. You focus and you give an experience to the people. That's why the Ritz-Carlton is the Ritz-Carlton. They focus on their guests. They didn't focus on the people who are at the Four Seasons. They focus on the guests. So when the guests leave, they go, oh my God, do you know what the Ritz-Carlton did for me over the weekend? That's what it is. That's what everything is. So it's like, change your mindset, reframe what you're doing, find a way to share your voice. How are you going to be seen as the best version of yourself on camera? Are you representing yourself the way you want to present yourself to the world? Ask yourself that. Find a way you can create content with enthusiasm, because enthusiasm is the thing that's going to sell more than anything else in the whole world. Because when you're enthusiastic about saying something, which I am right now, people can feel it, and it will resonate more. It really will.
They want to listen.
Mhm.
We're in this time right now on social media where the pendulum is swinging, and I think AI has a lot to do with it, but people are really craving that human connection, real stories, not just AI generated content. A few years ago, you can do really well on social media with that content that's like, 5 ways to, and 3 things that you need before XYZ.
Listicles, yeah.
And that was the way you created content. And that's not it anymore. People are really looking for the stories, the emotions, the feelings. And I actually just watched a video Gary Vee put out yesterday, and he was talking about how people are going viral for like the most random things. And before, he in his book, he talked about like, only talk about one thing, only talk about one thing. And he wrote about that, and he's like, now, like, you can, I don't know, he used the example of eating a pickle. You can eat a pickle online, go viral, and people will go back and be like, oh, Matt, he's not only is he enjoying my favorite brand of pickles, but also he's a real estate agent, and like, maybe I want to like check him out and follow him. And so he talked about how important it is to just share the small things that you enjoy, that you're passionate about, that you're interested in, and it will bring people to you. And if you have your page set up right, they will also know what else they can expect from you.
Mhm.
And I think it's so funny. One of my fears about writing a book is that it's not gonna be relevant in the next year.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I wrote this in this book, not relevant anymore. Here's the new thing. And it's just like so easy. You just have a new conversation.
Or you just create for, I think, so because of social media, it's so like, it's trend this, trend that, trend this. Just stop. Try and start being the trend and stop following the trend. Again, I get so much inspiration. I would recommend everyone who's trying to create a personal brand watch Ralph Lauren's documentary called Very Ralph. I get so much inspiration. I watch that a couple times a year just to get inspired.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
Me
It's
either.
Add to my
amazing.
watch list.
It's so good. I love
Yeah.
it so much. And it's just like a calming watch. It's a very, very nice watch. And it's great. And I just think that like if you just focus on the things that you like and the things that you do really well, you can build a following. Ralph Lauren didn't really he doesn't really follow trends. He focuses on the things that he loves. And if it's in style, that's great. And if it's out of style, that's great. But he's focusing on the things that he wants to focus on. And that's all we can really do. The trends are good for going viral, which is
Mm-hmm.
honestly doesn't really do anything.
But ask yourself why. Why do you want to? I always dig in when I hear that on sessions or on workshops. They're like, how do I go viral? I'm like, well, why do you want to
Yeah.
go viral? So I can get more views. Why do you need more views? And then they usually don't have an
Yeah.
answer after that second layer of a question.
And I was there. I remember talking to my wife on a walk with Bowie. I said, when I was thinking about getting out of the industry, I was saying, first, I'm not fulfilled. I don't like what I'm doing. I need to change something. That was the first conversation. Then I started picking up some steam. And I remember having the conversation with her. Once I hit 10,000 followers, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be set at 10,000. Right? For whatever reason.
Yeah, I've for sure had a conversation similar to that.
And then once I hit 100,000 in what I make a year, I'm good. You know? That's what it, you know? And then it's like, but that constantly changes. And like you hit the 10,000 and you realize nothing changed.
Nothing's changed.
You hit the 100,000, you're like, okay, well, I don't just want to stay. I can do better than that. You know, why am I just going to stay here forever? Yeah. So it's just like, ask yourself those questions. Ask yourself why you're creating. And like, there's so many different ways to create and get your voice out there. It doesn't have to be funny or it doesn't have to be educational. It could be just like, what do you like to consume? And like, and why are you even doing it in the first place? We just put on this community event again. Kat knows I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan.
Yes, please, wait, tell the clever
Okay,
crew.
so I'm a huge Gilmore Girls fan. And I also love coffee, probably because of the Gilmore Girls. And my wife actually started dating me because I reminded her of Jess from the Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls, I shouldn't say the. Yeah, thank you. It's a big compliment. I'm also very mysterious. So there's a great coffee shop in town. I live about an hour east of Toronto. So it's, it's like a nice, I like the city, but I wouldn't live in the city. So I live out there. There's a really awesome coffee shop that everyone loves. So we decided that we were going to collaborate with them and turn that coffee shop into Luke's Diner from Gilmore Girls for one day. And we did it for, I think this is where a lot of business people get it wrong. Our goal was nothing. Our first goal, our main goal, and really, if this is all that happens, I'm so happy, was to give back to the community and create an experience for one day that was memorable for them because we love living here so much. That was our main goal. Where especially real estate agents get it wrong is they pry and they kind of ruin the experience because it's like people can see that they're doing it
cards. They're doing like referral math in their head. They're like, how many
they're
people
looking
do I need to meet? How often do I need to follow
everyone has a dollar sign over their head, and it's like what we understood was these type of things are the long game, like most things are. This is the long game. We're going to start doing this every year. Different. We're going to do Central Perk next year from Friends. Yeah.
Send me the date.
I know. It's going to be good, but we're just, and the amount of people who reached out after and was just like, thank you so much for doing this for our community. Like we really need it. And the heartfelt stories and stuff like that. Like that's a connection that you can't get. Like you can't fabricate that. You can't, you can't get that.
Can't outsource that to AI.
Right. Those are the things I'm looking for. And of course, we did the things like we did raffles, and of course, we've got emails and numbers and stuff like that. But we did it in an organic way, where like people, we didn't, everyone knew we were real estate agents there, but we were having conversations about Gilmore Girls all day. There was not one.
You didn't have a title rep
Yeah.
give a 30-minute
No.
presentation on.
Of course not. So I just think if you do the things for the right reason, everything I do now, I try and think like, okay, I want to be too good to be true, but it's actually true. I want to do things. I want to do things for people where they think, well, why would you? What's in it for you? Nothing. I want to do it because it's great for you. Because I feel like that's like, I don't know, that's what gives me joy now. And I do a lot of things, and I have a really great business. I'm really, really grateful. So now I feel like I can give back on another level. That just like it does benefit me long term, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want to make their day better, their life better, and give them a memory and give them a story. That's the thing about storytelling that people don't talk about a lot. We talk about the stories that we give to the world and we talk about. But when you do a great thing for someone else, or when you have a great interaction with someone else, you're now part of their story. So then they start telling their story with you in it. So we're the main character of ours, but now we're Jess in theirs.
You're a part of the
We're part of the cast
cast
in
of-
theirs.
Yeah.
So that's what and for super analytical people, this probably goes way over their head, and that's fine.
I was going to go there. So I want to ask you this. So if a Clever Crew member is listening right now and they're saying, Matt, with an eye roll, this is easy for you to say because you're already doing great. You're not worried about your next transaction. But me, I'm worried about my next transaction to pay my mortgage next month, or I'm in the place that you were when you started, where you're like, I'm about to be out. It's easy for you, Matt, to help people and just think about the vibes you're creating and knowing that's going to come back to you one day. But for me, like I actually have to eat and, pay my mortgage or pay rent. What do you tell that person?
I think it's still like the more you force it, the more it's not going to happen. So it's like you have to start thinking of ways to do this organically. You have to get into a good mindset. And again, I'm big on all this stuff. I'm big on mindset. I'm big on manifestation and law of attraction. Like those things are really important to me. And I know, again, to very transactional people, this sounds like a bunch of rainbows and butterflies. Like they don't even,
Yep.
They're like, shut up.
Woo-woo.
They're like, shut up, dude. And that's fine because those aren't the people I'm going after. And that transactional type is also going to succeed in a whole different way, in a whole, just they do things
With
so
different
really different. Yeah.
clientele. Yeah.
So first, I think you have to have an honest conversation with yourself, like I did, and be like, do I want to do this? Am I going to go all in? Is this what I really want to do? Because I can go back to my old job in the mall. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for me, had I done that, I feel like I would have never seen my potential. And I would have let myself down, and I would have let a lot of people down around me. And now it's to the point where I don't have, we focus now on the higher end real estate transactions and then friends and family. I don't need to do things that I don't want to in terms of selling. So it's just like, but it was a lot to get there, like a lot to get there. And yeah, I just feel like you have to have that honest conversation with yourself first to be like, are you just like beating a dead horse? Are you just out? If you're just out, then you're out, and that's fine. But if you're if there's even a 1% of you that's like, I got something left in the tank, figure it out, dust yourself off, and then go. But it's not, as soon as you try and force it, it's like, trying to force a star screw into the fucking I'm not handy. The other type of screw, it's not gonna
Square peg, round hole.
Square peg, round
just say
hole.
that.
That's way better, Kat. See, you don't need all the answers. Your
star
friends
screw
around
here.
you will
No,
give them
that's-
to you sometimes.
That's
Phillips
Yeah.
or flathead.
true.
Just the basics. You don't have to do star screw.
Star screw. I'm still on the Mario thing. Star power. But that's what it's like. It's like just constantly just like it's not gonna fit. So figure that out first, and then start going to work, but understand that the work takes time. So you can't get frustrated when the calls you made didn't turn into a sale in 1 week. You have to tell yourself that and get and like really have an honest conversation with yourself and be like, okay, I'm not going to get frustrated at that. I'm going to put in the work, and and then it'll get done.
And it'll
The
take
work
care
will
of
take
you?
care. I was gonna say
Go
that,
ahead,
but
do
it's
it.
very
As Ryan
Ryan.
says.
It's I was trying to think of another thing that I
No,
could
that's one of
quote.
my favorite
Yeah, it is a
quotes.
good quote.
So,
Yeah.
It's
so we
awesome.
haven't said
It
it,
is a
so
good
someone
quote.
say it. So we have the clip with the Ryan quote. Go ahead.
Clip it, Kat.
Matt,
No, it's
you
your
go
favorite
ahead.
quote. I can't take that from you.
Me?
Yeah,
As Ryan Serhant says, take care of the work and the work will take care of you.
that's really what it comes down to. And I know all these quotes and
That's
stuff.
it. It's like
It just
that's
is what it is.
Tell a story here or there too, because it costs nothing to tell a story, right? And you could tell a story about a property you're not even representing. Like it does not have to be all you. You can share a story about a beautiful property,
Well,
right?
that's the thing. Like people talk about all the I want this, and I want to get into the luxury, and I want to get more buyers. It's like, okay, I'll take a step back here. What are you doing to get in front of those people? Because most of the time it's nothing. Oh, you want to get a $2 million sale? What are you doing to get in front of people who have $2 million homes? Because selling a $600,000 home is fantastic. I love that. You can sling a bunch of those. That's great. And they're a rock star at that. But the $2 million seller, that means nothing to them. They have a different, in their eyes, product. I don't like to use the word product, but sometimes that's used. So that's what you just have to ask yourself. And, I was coaching some of my clients and saying the exact same thing. And it's just like, it clicks in their head like, oh, you're right. Because again, back to this whole, we got to call this episode like main character. When you're the main character, when you're the driver's seat, you can't always see everything around you. Sometimes it takes someone else to kind of look from afar and be like, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing this, you're not doing this. And then give that to them, and then they start implementing it because they can only see close up. And just know that you're good. You're good to go. Everyone's fine.
That is. Assume the best. Okay? Like you're savvy enough, you're creative enough to figure out a plan B if you need it, but why not just first assume the best will happen instead of the worst?
Always assume the best is going to happen.
You are infinitely worthy. And I think that's what people get caught up in, thinking that they're not even worthy of this attention. So they don't show up.
And it's
at
not,
all.
that's where it comes back to mindset. Like it's not going to happen. And you just have to be like every day now, like I said about the like I journal every night. I've journaled most of the things that have happened. Starting from like Ryan Serhant stuff to speaking on big stages, like all that stuff. It's in my journal. Like I just believe in it wholeheartedly. I wake up every morning and I just like plant my feet and just say like I'm so grateful. And like it's those little things, and you can take that back into luxury sales or sales at all. It's all the little things that make the big things. It's the little details that make the amazing experience. So that's true for you as well. It's you can't miss the little steps and expect the big thing to just happen. So just, next time you're feeling down, I know sometimes it sucks, but like do you have family that you call every night that you love? Do you have friends that you call every night that you love? Are you in a home right now? Did you drink water today? Did you have dinner? Like those are all little things that of course we take for granted, but there's a lot of people who didn't, aren't as, didn't get that today. So just know that like you're good. It's gonna happen and it's gonna work how it's supposed to, because no one's story there's no good story that was just like, oh yeah, like I tried this and then I did it amazingly and now like
And
yeah,
then this happened and this and this.
it doesn't
No.
it's not a story worth reading, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the difference between a biography and a
Mhm.
story, right? Biographies are boring. They just say the good stuff, the highlights, but we want the
Yeah.
story.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
And
Mhm.
personal branding doesn't come without personal development. You got to have both.
It will test you. It will push you, like you said, Matt, pushing you out of your comfort zone and being okay with being disliked or having, the keyboard warriors go off in the comment section and just allowing it to roll like water off your back.
100%.
That's also kind of the beauty of if you're starting with that small audience right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Actually,
the beauty
yes. To
of
people
that, is that you're
listening,
creating content
Mhm.
and it's different than Matt's audience watching. The keyboard warriors are more likely to be on Matt's content that, has millions of views
Mhm.
than on, your 1,000-view reel that you created.
Cherish your
And that's
corner.
actually kind of, yeah, exactly. Enjoy
Mhm.
that while it lasts and try new things and put yourself out
I
there.
have a burner TikTok that I post to try things out. Mhm.
Really?
That no one
Yeah.
knows about.
Okay.
And, it's I post very sporadically. Like it's not, consistent. I kind of want to do like a 30-day challenge to myself because I feel like I can.
Ooh, that's
We love a
fun.
30-day
Yeah.
challenge here and Not Nice
I just feel
Pepper.
like I
We
can
do.
build it really, I think I can like blow it up in like 30 to 60 days. Yeah. But I kind of like I might start a whole other page because that page does have like some followers now, but it was fun building it up with no one,
Right.
no,
Really watching and no one's
yeah.
opinions there.
And the
Right,
opinion thing
exactly.
is, it's hard. I know like online sometimes it seems like I'm like, I don't care about anything and stuff like that. But like obviously I want people to like me. That should be, right.
Well, you're
And I
human.
think I think the lines are starting to get blurred between authenticity and being a fucking dick, because those aren't the same thing. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I don't give a shit what anyone think. Like that. Don't go into it like that. Like that's it. Be
Right. You wouldn't build any of your real relationships
right.
Right.
in that manner.
Offline. So don't do it online
Yeah.
that way.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like? Do you have friends? Ask yourself these simple questions. Do you have friends? Yes or no? Probably yes. Have you had a good interaction with someone ever in your life? Probably yes. What did you do to get those friends? What do your friends like about you? Just do the same
Right.
thing. It's not. This is not rocket science. And just understand again, it's social media at the end of the day. Like we're creating brands on social media, which of course is where brands are pretty much created now and business is made.
Spun
But
off
it's
of, yeah.
also it's just social media at the end of the day. If you don't get the post out today,
Just a bunch of strangers on the
yeah,
internet. Delete the account.
yeah,
Like it's really not that serious.
you're again back. You're good, folks. You're good. Clever crew. You're good. You know what? I think I'm gonna be a mainstay. I'm gonna be the third host on here, folks. I like this
There
one
we
too
go.
much.
There
I
we
like
go.
this cast
love
too
it.
much.
We're gonna come up with a shared custody agreement between you and Bam.
We love it. You guys heard it here, so
There we go.
Yeah.
it's all recorded.
Love
We
it.
got this.
Are you both Italian?
Candice is in her mob wife era.
Okay.
Yes.
right.
And I am quarter Italian,
There we go.
Genovese.
I knew. See, this is a pretty Italian cast right now. A lot of vowels. A lot of vowels. Yeah.
And a lot of double R's and double P's.
The double P's always throw me. It throws everyone.
I proudly pronounce your name every time, Candice. I'm like, and
Thank
it's
you.
Gocciopolo.
That's right.
You're welcome.
Carciopio. You have to roll the R. Carciopio. Cattore.
My nickname when I worked in hospitality full time was Cacciatore. That's what they.
Oh, I could.
That's
totally see
I
that.
love that.
Yep.
I think I might have to adopt Cacciatore.
Cacciatore. I feel
Yeah,
like we should keep
That's
this in.
awesome.
We'll
That's
see. We'll
really
see what
good.
Corinne decides.
Yeah, I
So-
think so too. Here's another fun fact people didn't know about me. People think I'm 3 people. So when I used to get picked up from my friends' moms at like for high school, we'd go to the movies or something. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, like Mike's coming, John's coming, and then like Matt Lionetti are coming," and they're like, "Oh no, I have to get the extra seats because I thought I was Matt, Lee, and Eddie." Yeah,
Oh, I love it.
yeah. So
That's funny.
Okay, Clever Crew, we've come to one of our favorite segments, the Not Nice Advice segment. So, Matt, we have a Clever Crew member who wrote in. They said, "It seems like all the coaches online, including mine, are always telling people to be authentic on social media. But honestly, my authentic self is boring. LOL. Should I pick another marketing platform, or how can I stand out authentically without boring people to tears?"
it is. It's okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be mean to be mean, but you're wrong.
This is not nice advice, so
Okay.
it's okay. They
Well, you're
know.
wrong. You're just wrong. Because I will agree with you in the sense that everyone throws around authenticity like it's it's the new buzzword, whatever. But it's your authentic self. A lot of people think like their story is boring, they're boring. But when they start telling stories, it's like, oh my, that's amazing. What do you mean? Like, because everyone thinks their life is just like whatever until they tell it to someone else. So no, tell the stories. Have you ever seen that bot? What's her name? Bobby Antoff, the girl. She's got the podcast and she's like
Yeah.
completely
and she has, like,
dry.
such a, like, monotone,
Yeah.
boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the dry
Yeah.
eyes guy?
So it's like
Yes.
take your
Okay.
That's her
boring.
brand.
Yeah. Take your
There we go.
boring and figure
right.
out how to spin it. What do you mean you're boring? Do you knit? Is that boring? Because knitting's fucking sick.
People love knitting, right?
Like what
Yeah.
Just like they love making
Oh.
bread post COVID.
Oh
We're all
my
just trying to
gosh.
cope here with all of our
People like
crippling
I would
anxiety.
love if you're boring in the sense of like you're like an 80-year-old grandmother, we're gonna be friends. Like,
Works too.
that's my vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tell me those stories.
Yeah.
You have stories, ma'am. You grew up post World War II.
So
You have
I'll
stories.
say exactly. I'll
Share
say
them with
that you're
us.
wrong. I'll say that you're looking for the easy way out because you don't want to share your authentic self. And I think you should actually share it because a lot more people are going to be interested than you think. And if they're not, oh well, pivot from there, trial and error, figure it out, because pivot. Exactly.
Pivot.
But like,
Getting ready for Central
figure
Park
it out
next year.
I challenge you to tell a story online in the next week or two. Tell a story and see what the reaction is. You don't even have to tell it. You could post a picture yourself and write a story under it, or you can tell it in your car, selfie mode. Tell a story and see the reaction. If the reaction's good, you're onto something. If it's not good, doesn't mean that you're not onto something. It just means you have to adjust your story and your storytelling and figure out, like, when you watch it back, oh, I didn't need that part. That part did nothing for the story. I probably lost all my audience right there because I'm rambling. Or maybe the rambling is what's going to keep people in. Or maybe, like there's just so many things to go down. So it's just like
Angles.
so tell
Yeah.
a story online and let me know. DM me, Matt.Leonetti, Lionetti. I'm not 3 people. Matt.Leonetti on Instagram. DM me and let me know if the story worked. And then send me the story that you told, and then I'll personally help you craft the next story. Bam. That's really nice.
What?
I just
There's so much value in there.
That's
yes.
I was too
Mhm.
nice. But you're
You are.
wrong and you suck.
Yeah.
No, you don't suck. I'm sorry.
Stop making excuses.
Oh yeah.
But let me help
Let
you
me help you.
also.
I'm Canadian. I'm nice.
Well, thank you so much, Matt, for joining us. This has been so great, and I can't wait for the part 2 when you just take over.
I'm excited.
Not Nice Clever.
Or
as a
really
part of the
nice
cast.
clever.
Thanks for joining us on Not Nice, Clever.
Remember to follow Not Nice Clever wherever you listen to audio.
And if you haven't already, drop that 5-star review.
Share your takeaways. Tell us your story. We love to hear it.
Signing off, your not so nice, but oh so clever besties that mean business.
See you soon.